What is a Real ID? Why do you need one, and what documents do you require? We'll answer these questions in today's video, and make sure you stick around till the end where we'll show you how to get a discount at MBD Now. Hi everyone, my name is Josh with MBD Now, and we hope that today's video will help you understand Real ID a little bit better. What is a Real ID, and why does it benefit you? Real ID is a name given to this type of credential that's federally compliant across all 50 states. The Real ID Act of 2005 was passed after the 9/11 terror attacks, and its purpose is to improve security and verify that the person getting this type of credential is in fact the person who they claim they are. Now, how does this benefit you? Well, like we've mentioned, it improves homeland security, but it will also make it less of a hassle to go through TSA and fly domestically to enter federal buildings, military bases, nuclear facilities, or really any other building that requires a federally compliant identification. Now, there is a deadline for the Real ID, but due to COVID-19, that deadline was pushed back a bit. The new deadline is now May 3rd of 2023. So you do still have some time to upgrade if you haven't done so already, but as we all know, time flies, and next thing you know, that date is going to be right around the corner. Now, one quick thing to remember, you can only have one form of a Real ID. Now, that can either be an identification card or a driver's license, but you can't have both. So now that we know what a Real ID is and why it's a good idea to get one, let's talk about its requirements. And these requirements are going to apply to both the driver's license Real ID and the identification card Real ID. And we'll take a deep dive into each document, but overall, you're going to need one proof of identity and age, one proof of federal identification number, and two proofs of New Mexico residency. Let's start with your one proof of identity and age. The most common proof is going to be a US original or certified copy of your birth certificate. Now, make sure that your birth certificate or certified copy is issued by your state's Vital Statistics Department. Unfortunately, we cannot accept hospital birth certificates. Another common proof of identity and age is going to be your US passport or US passport card. But that's not all. There are many other options, many other alternatives that you can use to prove identity and age. And we'll link an acceptable documents checklist in the description below, so make sure you check that out in case you don't have the documents we've mentioned. Let's move on to your next requirement, your proof of federal identification number. And the most common proof of this would be your social security card. But if you've lost it or misplaced it, you can also bring in a W-2 form. Just make sure that it has your name and your full social security number printed on it. Now, if you don't have either of these, there are other options, which again, you can find in the acceptable documents checklist that we've linked in our description. Now, moving on to your third and final requirement, your two proofs of New Mexico residency. And these documents have to show your physical address. We cannot accept PO boxes. You can use your current rental or purchase agreement for your residence, your most current property tax document. Now, if you don't have those, you can also use a utility bill, a bank or credit card statement, or a pay stub. Just make sure that these documents are dated within 60 days, have your name and your physical address printed on them. Now, if you still can't find a proof of residency, feel free to look in that acceptable documents checklist for other options that will work. You'll find the link in that description below. And those are the requirements for your Real ID. Now, if you found this information helpful, please help us by giving this video a thumbs up. This will tell YouTube to show this video to other people. And you can subscribe to our channel. That way you're notified when we release other informative videos. But we all know that it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3. And you might be in a situation where you have a few questions. So let's go over those scenarios, but I warn you, there are going to be a lot of what ifs. Like, what if you've had multiple marriages and the last name on your birth certificate doesn't match the names on your other documents? Well, in this case, you'll need to provide your marriage license and divorce decrees showing a clear trail of your name changes. Or what if you're recently married and the last name on your social security card still shows your maiden name? Well, you'll have to change the name on your social security card first before you can apply for your Real ID. What if your underage child needs a Real ID but doesn't have proof of New Mexico residency? In this situation, the state of New Mexico has a form called an affidavit of residency, in which a parent or guardian can state that the minor is living with them, but the parent or guardian will need to provide a New Mexico ID or driver's license. And for the second proof of residency, they can use a report card or a transcript from school. But we suggest that you take a look at the acceptable documents checklist that's linked in the description below. That'll give you other options and specific instructions in this scenario. Now, what if you're moving from out of state into New Mexico and your out of state license is already Real ID? You can transfer your license to New Mexico, but you will need to provide all the documents required for a first-time Real ID. 1 proof of identity and age, 1 proof of federal identification number, and 2 proofs of New Mexico residency. I know, sorry, but it is a requirement. And lastly, what if the name on your birth certificate doesn't match the name on your social security card? Let's say your legal name is Joseph, but your social security card says Joe on it. Well, you'll need to correct your social security card first before you can apply for your Real ID. Now, we know that there are many other situations that we didn't cover, so please, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. You can call us, email us, leave a comment, or stop by any of our locations. We're more than happy to help you process your Real ID. But what if you don't qualify for a Real ID due to missing documents? You can still apply for a standard ID or driver's license, but we're gonna make a separate video for this topic, so please like and subscribe so you can be notified when that video comes out. Now, we did mention a discount at the beginning of the video, so here's the trick. Visit our Paseo and San Pedro location located right behind Chick-fil-A. When you're there, just say the phrase "one quick trip" to the agent that helps you, and you'll receive 15% off our service fee instantly. But shh, don't tell anyone. Just kidding. Tell anyone you want. I'm sure they'll all appreciate a good discount. Thanks again for watching. I'm Josh with MBD Now. We'll see you on the next one.